Okay, so before this video gets too far in the way, let me scoot back a bit. I just want to get the elephants out of the room taken care of right off the bat. Yes, new hat, and also different background. I didn't move. This is not a new background, it's just different. Sometimes, occasionally, this will be the background. I don't know how often that's going to be happening, but without further ado, let's get into the actual video. So what do you know it? The Rock made another movie where he's an indestructible superhero. Let's talk about it. Skyscraper. Alright, so in Skyscraper, Dwayne "The Jock" Johnson plays an ex-Marine who became an FBI agent who became a hostage extractor who lost his leg to a terrorist attack because the guy had a suicide bomb vest on. I just saw this movie last night and I'm already fuzzy on some of the details, but I'm going to try to get through this story as best I can. Years later, he gets married to the surgeon that helped him after he lost his leg in the accident, and he has a family. He's living pretty good. Him losing a leg, I don't have a whole lot positive to say about this movie, but I'm going to try to get through the story first. Okay. Also, I'm not going to be spoiling too much. Well, this is all over the place already. But he's like a safety inspector, and so this Chinese guy, whose name I can't remember, opens the world's tallest skyscraper. It's bigger than the Burj Khalifa, blah, 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 blah. And he has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come and make sure that it's safe. And in giving the entire building a safety inspection, he has access to certain parts of the building that civilians don't. And he ends up getting caught in some sort of like criminal scheme to extort information, or actually more specifically an item containing information from the creator of the skyscraper. And now we have our movie. Alright. If we're gonna get anything positive out of the way, The Rock is great in all his movies, I just want to say, but all his movies are not great. A lot of them feel like the absolute waste of his talent and waste of my time and soul. But I love him. He's great. He's still the most electrifying entertainer on the planet. Alright, now that we've gotten everything good out of the way, my friend, who I'm gonna call Elfenbarger, once described this film to me as Die Hard but with The Rock, and I actually thought that was really interesting because I love Die Hard and I love The Rock, but I didn't think this movie wishes it was Die Hard so bad. Broken glass, it's just I can't get into all the similarities, but it ends up really corny. You know, it's like Detonator's that type of villain whose name I can't remember. Generic bad guy number one. He wants a thing from the Chinese guy that created the building, so he's using The Rock to get it out of him. And The Rock, even only having one leg, is still just as efficient at being an ex machina convenience-based superhero as he is in any of his movies. If you've ever been tired of that watching San Andreas, Baywatch, Jumanji, Rampage, Fast and Furious, well, that's not going to change here. He's basically the same character that he ever is. And having one leg doesn't do anything but give the character to be like, oh, I have a struggle. But it's never a struggle. In fact, it comes in handy more than anything. It's nothing that holds the character back, so he might as well have 3 legs. It's just as useful. Like, something that would have made it all fine is if at the beginning of the movie he looked at his nub leg and said, man, I used to have 2 legs. But no, he just puts on his fake leg and my camera decides to focus. He just puts on his fake leg and he's ready to go to work. We don't even get to find out where he lives. It just starts in Hong Kong where this building is, and then the whole thing takes place over the course of a couple hours. And there's nothing wrong with a quick told story, but it's just like, camera, it's just like, give me time to care. That would be really nice. Because I don't know if this is a spoiler, it doesn't even matter. He gets betrayed by one of the people that survived the explosion with him. I don't remember the guy's name, and I don't think any of you do if you saw this movie. It's just like, it's such a garbage thing. It happens, and it's just like, well, duh. It wasn't even like foreshadowed or built up to. It just happens. Here we are. It's a betrayal, and I think they tried to make you care about the friendship that The Rock has with this character by having them reminisce over what happened when the explosion went down. That's not quality character development. That's not how you do that. I'll talk about that later in another video, but as of right now, we're talking about Skyscraper. But Skyscraper is very sloppy, very silly, very goofy, very Saturday morning cartoonish. just terribly put together. It's hardly even watchable. It's actually difficult to watch, and with that, I don't recommend that anybody try to go watch it. In fact, if I was to give this movie a grade, it's trash. It belongs in the trash. Sorry. But, that's just a little bit of me talking to you about a movie. I do that every once in a while. I actually review movies sometimes. But that's basically it. If you like what you've seen here and you want more, click anywhere on the screen, and you'll get just about all of me that you can handle. Until next time, which is literally tomorrow.